I'm Fernando Fernandez for FERNTV, and we have here Alanis Obomsawin, and she has a film called Hi Ho Mistehi, and it's showing here at TIFF 2013, and we're going to discuss a little bit about her film, and we're going to first ask what inspired this actual film, and why did you pick this time, at this point in time, to actually do this and focus on the neglect of children in these societies and their neglect of their education, of course.
Actually, it's not just now. I've started about almost 3 years ago making this film, and the inspiration came from Shannon's Dream campaign that was going on, and she passed away, and then children were continuing her campaign. And I went to Piscat after talking to Cindy Blackstock, who is very close to the people up there, and also with children all around. I'm very concerned, and so I first went with just a tape recorder to talk to people and see what the situation was and be with the children. And then I decided to make the film, and I went back with the crew several times, and then I stopped working on this film for a while because of the crisis on lodging that happened there. So I made another film called People of the Karawapiskak River. And then after that, this film came out, and there's a lot of demands for it. So then I could go back and finish this film that I had first started. That's how it happened.
Al, what do you think was the primary problem of the neglect of their education? Was it, do you think it was like a communication breakdown, or was it just because obviously there wasn't a communication between the government and of course the children? And
yes, I think that problem exists in a lot of communities in terms of the access to what is needed. They have, some communities don't have a proper school. There's quite a few of them who are only have mobiles to teach, and I think once you're isolated like that far north and away from the cities, it's as if they're forgotten, you know, and so there's a lot of problems that comes with that, and also the access to money for each child is different than the rest of the children in the country. And all those things, you know, in general, we don't know about these things unless you're in it or you're involved with the community. And, you know, it's all those reasons, and the fact that the children were not getting access to a lot of equipment, and and that the population is growing all the time, so the rooms are small, and all those things that go with that. And the children are just wonderful.
Absolutely.
And, yes, and what's extraordinary is that after Shannon passed away, it was horrifying. The loss was terrible. And to see, it was her idea to go to children to get help for making a campaign to tell the world what their problems were. And then a lot of people wanted to continue her battle to get a school. And I think it's really the children who win at the end.
Right.
And the school is being built now. They're going to have a beautiful school. And they're saying it's going to be ready by September 14, 214. So it's going to make a big difference for all the students.
Well, now, was it tough to select the children that was part of this film to actually speak up and tell their story? Was it tough to select, or do you have any? Do you have like?
We have lots of material, and the children were just wonderful. We went to a lot of schools, and you know there was a lot of marches on Parliament, and I'm just amazed about all the children coming from all walks of life, many different nationality.
Right.
Really taking on a responsibility that you know you rarely see. Mainly, it's the work of adults to do that, and to see how strongly the children knew the story and wrote letters, and you couldn't get over that. In certain places and certain communities, they don't have access like they do in the South, or to a nice room, to a school with hallways, to all the classes in the same building. So just that alone was hard for the children to understand. How could that be? You know? So I was enchanted by the voice of children.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, because they are the future.
Yes.
Yes. What do we as adults need to do in like situations like this where there's an education problem?
Yes, it exists in a lot of places. I think it's just that in general the public hears certain things politically and they judge by that, and they don't know or realize what the reality is in communities like that. So this film is informing and educating at the same time. And we have to continue and help the other communities who are in need of help for schools and what they need to educate their children. And right now, the rights for indigenous children is in court in Ottawa, at the Tribunal of Human Rights. So, you know, it continues, and there has to be change. You know, and the public can certainly write letters and to their MPs and you know, ask for them to do their job. They're voted in. They're supposed to represent different places, different communities. So that's what it's about.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And I hope your film does really well here at the Toronto International Film Festival. And please talk to us again with any of your upcoming projects.
Thank you.
Thank you.